Well, hi, and good Sunday morning to you all that are here live, and welcome to Tarot Time and our special new moon Father's Day edition. So, what we're going to do for those of you that are new or watching this as a video is we do a meditation card for the week, very succinct to the energies of this week. We do a tarot spread that's a forecast for maybe you personally, maybe for our community, and we may tap on some global issues also. Let me turn the pings off. What else? We have other divination cards, angel cards, and basically we're here to really connect this community and get through these changeable times. There's a lot going on, so I'm going to, before I dive into the tarot, I'm going to just say a few quick hellos. It takes the live people a few minutes to get their notifications. If anybody's new and you want to say hi and where in this big wide world you're watching from, that'd be awesome. So, who do we have? Colleen Pack, and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Thank you, uh, Colleen, for reminding me, including me. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Hey, Sarah, what's up, Star Fam? Welcome. My God, this is hi Sharon, hi Cranky Pants. This is the energy's just so freaking incredible and all, through the roof. Uh, well, oh, you're in the Hudson Valley too, Nick's Gypsy. So, well, I'm actually technically I'm in the Catskills. Hey, Chris. Hey, Jody. And hey, Janice. Good morning to you. All right, I won't flash your comment, but I'm glad that you're awake, Janice. Thanks for being here. Also, oh my goodness, where do I begin? I mean, you guys feeling the energies and feeling the frequencies. Now, what's going on? It's the new moon that happened just after midnight here on the East Coast. So we just had the new moon. It's at 26 degrees of Gemini, and the galactic center is at 27 degrees of Sagittarius. So the center of the Milky Way, which is a very interesting magnetic, energetic portal in and of itself, was opposing the new moon. And then we're also in the solstice, which is a portal unto itself. The summer and winter solstices is the Earth's axis, the tilted is in such a way that the magnetic pull from the sun is stronger right around the solstices. So this helps to open up these energetic portals, give us access to other realities, other dimensions. And these portal activations keep increasing, they keep going up. So, again, the frequencies are really, really high. I mean, I've been feeling it, I mean, my body's always buzzing from energy. I've been doing the spiritual work for over 40 years now. So I'm getting there. I'm pretty attuned these days, but oh my goodness. So what are you guys saying? As I'm doing, it's, oh, I have to go back. There's a lot of comments here. um, Oh, all right. So let's dive in. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on around the news, current events. More UFO news. I mean, a lot of it is bogus. I was reading a couple of stories, just quickly about supposedly Air Force were firing at some unidentified flying object that was darting around or whatever, and they're seeing this as this big threat. Meanwhile, there's real alien connections. There's real messages coming from our Pleiadians, our Lyrans, our Arcturians, and all of our higher consciousness beings from other star systems. So the plan is being revealed, and those that want to control everything, in my view, are getting really sloppy and desperate. It's kind of like the light is winning, and the light and the dark. It's just a paradigm that's been set up for our human evolution and development. So we have to kind of take things in perspective and not get too angry and upset about all the negative stuff and the dark energies in the world and everything, because it's just part of our learning and growth in this physical reality and this physical life. But OMG. um So I heard it might have been, was that on Lily Nova's channel or Inspired, or I forgot which channel, but I heard somewhere that Mel Gibson is coming out with a documentary really outlining the problems with the child trafficking and that stuff, things that we've been predicting. And not to toot my own horn, but a lot of what's been predicted for 2022 with the yearly forecast and the month for month has been happening on time and in sync. With the rolling out of the AI and all that kind of stuff, and more UFO sightings and the unrest in the world and everything. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening. So let's do a meditation card. And let me see if you guys have any interesting comments first. All right, I'm missing part of the conversation. Love to you all, beautiful souls, and us beautiful souls, and you beautiful soul. We say love right back at you. So I mentioned that to you in the prediction. Oh, that was you, Yvonne? Okay. Tonight at 7 Eastern time, we're going to do a powerful transmission, with the master teachers to help to anchor in these new frequencies, as well as to help us expand vibrationally so that we can receive more upgrades and more energy. So we're going to do very powerful, high voltage transmission at 7 p.m. Right here, right here. And what else? Let's see, that was one of my Aloha shirts, from Hawaii. So I love everything Hawaiian. Ho'oponopono prayer is a really good thing to be doing right about now. Staying in that frequency of gratitude. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. That's the whole Ho'oponopono prayer. Of course, there's a whole what's the right word? Whole protocol behind. There's a whole like practice behind that. So it's not just a prayer, but so if I sound a little more scattered than usual, well, I got in around midnight after doing a mediumship event down in Westchester. I live up here in the Catskills, so I didn't get to bed till about 4 a.m. basically. So anyway, doing my best here. So let me do a meditation card. Stay in the heart, stay happy, laugh a lot. I sing a lot, I chant a lot, I laugh a lot, I meditate a lot. And I have a good time doing my live streams with you guys and connecting with you guys here. So life is hard, but life is good. And we're very privileged to be here during these monumental times where basically humanity is shifting it up a notch, where we're basically quantum leaping to our next level, to our next frequency level. And we get to witness that. We get to not only witness it, but to be a part of it. But it's very challenging also. So I love the idea that we're connecting as community. And there's so many good conscious communities. And recently a psychic from Great Britain, what's her name? LJ, I think. Some of you may know her channel. I left a comment on one of her videos. She just said the nicest, the nicest compliment, the nicest comment to my comment. Just very inviting and welcoming. And I know I've commented on other psychics videos, and they kind of had that they like shut down. They see me as competitions, like, how dare you come onto my thread and comment and blah blah blah. That's the vibe anyway. But she's like very warm and open, and she does really good world predictions. That's not my forte. I've had a few good hits, but that's, I talk to dead people, I talk to spirits, and sometimes they give me information. So I think she's psychic LJ. Does anybody know who I'm talking about? If so, flash it for us, and check her out also. So anyhow, and yeah, the reason I mention her is because that's the idea. We want to connect this community. We're all on the same team, and there's still a lot of that air of competition. I find that a lot on YouTube, with there's so many channels, so many new channels, and a lot of people are seeing each other's competition and forgetting. If you're doing spiritual teaching on YouTube, and hopefully you're qualified to do that if you're doing it, the idea is you want a connected community. We're all on the same team. We're team spirit. We're all here assisting humanity in this great awakening. There's thousands of us, tens of thousands of us doing this work, and if we connect, and we connect at the heart, and we connect it on the soul level, we're all going to succeed. It's going to be a really beautiful thing for everybody. So anyhow, let's see if you guys, anybody, I think it's Psychic LJ. Oh, I'm sorry, Colleen, about your mom. Yeah, all right. There's no need for competition, Janice is saying. Hi, Michelle. All right. So, but we're doing our meditation card for the week. The way I teach and do meditating with tarot cards, there's many ways of doing it. So there's no one right way or wrong way. But like any other meditation, get present of heart, presence of mind, presence of being. That's accomplished through breathing and through just stopping the monkey mind, stopping the thoughts, and allowing your awareness of your body to expand in the space around your body. Next step is imagine or visualize the tarot card that you're going to meditate with. Step into that card, and as soon as you step into that card with your mind, feel the energy shift. What does that feel energetically? How does your body feel? Do you get any colors, any scents, any smells? That's the tuning to the energy. That's using our human operating systems to attune to vibrational frequency. So every tarot card is a reality unto itself. So you step in, you feel the energies, and then what's going on in the card, and who are you meeting? What spirit guides are coming to you? What scenery are you getting? What insights are you getting? What knowledge are you getting, basically? So in a second, I will let you know what card we are gonna pull. I need to stop thinking so that I can connect. As Adam always says, every Sunday and other days too, when I'm thinking, I'm not connecting, or when I'm connecting, I'm not thinking. So we can't think with our mind, with our intellect. We have to open our hearts and start to think with our hearts. And yes, hearts think, but not like the conscious mind does. The heart thinks through frequency, through feeling, through energy, through love, through the power of love. I'm just going to flash this because this looks like a good comment. I'm saying there are many women out there that had to be. Yeah. Earth is a school, Susan saying. And hi to another Susan. Welcome. And something I love barred owls. And wow, what a gift. Yeah. I haven't seen an owl for a while. I see eagles fairly regularly now. I haven't seen an owl for a while. Of course, hawks are all over the place. Those big ones, the Cooper hawks, are around. And we have ravens here. All right, so I have to stop thinking. What is it? All right. This one. Interesting. This is a movement card, 8 of Wands, traveling. Maybe some of you are going on a trip here. So again, meditating the card, you step into the card, this is just a doorway, there's a whole panoramic view, a whole 360-degree view. So you step in, what does it feel like? And what's going on? The Wands is fire, 8 is Saturn ruled, numerology, and the energy of the card, it's like directness. It's like moving from one place to another, but the wands are all pointing down to getting ready for landing. So as you meditate with this, you may get some insights as to what your next step is, like as far as maybe that you're going to move, or you're looking to change jobs, or move on with the relationship, or something like that. And you may get some insights with that. So when Susan, the other Susan, saying she has great horned owls here. Wow, nice. Where is here? I don't know if I have great horned owls in the Catskills. I know we have the little ones and we have the barred owls. Those are the two I've seen here. All right, so anyway, so that's our meditation card. So for you guys. So let's do a 3-card spread now. Same thing. Yeah. Okay. BC. So that's where Susan lives. And there's another Susan. Susan Arun was not in that lives. I think she lives near Victoria. I know she lives somewhere in BC. Yeah, saying we don't have great horned owls here. I don't think we do. I mean, there's a lot of things that we have that I'm not aware of. So that's how the fires are. The fires, yeah, there's still smoke in the air. It's not as bad, but I go out, I still smell smoke. That's what I was saying. Those that want to rule everything are really getting desperate. It's like these fires, however they happen. Of course, I have no opinion one way or another, but there's circumstantial evidence that suggests they were set. Circumstantial evidence, of course. And then this big orange cloud started to just waft down from Canada and just happened to find itself in Midtown Manhattan. Orange smoke. During midday, I mean, if it's around sunrise or sunset, you say, yeah, well, the sun turns orange late in the day. That's the color of the smoke. But this was right at midday, when the sun's not yellow. So, chemical fires, maybe. Of course, after they posted all these pictures on the news or whatever with New York City turning orange, I didn't see another picture that the day after that or ever with that. So sometimes things get buried. Sometimes news stories get buried. All right. So clearing my mind again, I'm asking Spirit to help me pick the right 3 cards for us to give us a synopsis of what's going on this week in our worlds and in the world around us and everything. All right. So 33 on, 33, master number. Okay. Clearing my mind, just saying a little prayer. 1, 2, and 3. You got it. Can't tell you. Just at first glance here. So the cards we got here, let me make this a little bit easier for you guys to see. As the 10 of Wands or 10 of Rods reversed, the King of Rods, and the 8 of Swords reversed. And I'll tell you, both the cards around the King of Rods, that's a lot of letting go energy. That's some. One thing, it may not be exactly this week, but in this lunar cycle that begins today, it just seems like a lot's coming out, a lot of news, a lot of things that have been beneath the surface are coming out. I think in our lives, a lot of us are going to start to realize it's like an awakening. I think a lot of us are having mini awakenings this week, or maybe big awakenings. But I think a lot of you are going to realize like things that have been hidden around your lives, around other people or situations, things that people have tried to hide from you. They're not able to do that anymore. So I think on a global level and as well as on a personal level, there's a lot of revelations that are coming up starting this week. It's interesting with this King of Rods because, the kings are like the rulers in a way. It's very kind of male-ish energy this week. or yang energy, because the wands or rods is fire, and then the kings are air. So those are considered the two masculine or divine masculine. Um, gosh, okay, sorry. Like I said, I didn't sleep last night hardly. Elements, thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. Elements. And yeah, it's just the energy of a lot of letting go and being okay with that, and kind of seeing like this king figure looks like in the eye of the storm, and kind of looking at that line, sort of looking at what we built in our lives and seeing if we like it or not. So I think it's going to be very contemplative energy for a lot of you. I think there's going to be some of you that, again, this has been coming up week after week after week, but I think some of you are really going to be letting go of friendships or families. And I know it's Father's Day also, so there's a lot of that fatherly energy, and a lot with the manifesting desires. It feels like one of the things it's trying to tell me is this is going to be a really good week to do your manifestation work. It's like what is it that you desire? And again, desire comes from desire, right? That's where we get the word desire of the Father, right? Of God. So it's Father's Day, and but there's people that are under the false belief that having desires is a bad thing. It's like, I think if we have desires which are of the Father, which are of God, I think if we don't have these, we stop living, basically. I think that our desires really help to drive our human lives. The thing is to be in balance about it, and not to be ruled by your desires, but rather to be in balance about it. So what else is trying to tell me here? Who's ever traveling this week, have a really good time. I'm going to say, because there's a lot of travel energy that's showing up. Like I said, a lot of letting go. And for some of you that are wrestling with a decision, it could be about a job, it could be about a person, a relationship or friendship or whatever. You're kind of being called upon to really just take care of yourselves more than anything. Like, it's okay to let go of things. I think that's really part of the energy this week, is that that it's okay to just let people go and to move in your own direction. It's kind of like the King of Wands is just sort of standing alone here, and I mean, there's other figures around that for sure, but they're reversed, and it's kind of like people's worlds are sort of turning upside down, and they're just having to make new choices or new decisions. So, if you've been feeling a call to leave a situation, again, it could be a job or a person or a home or whatever, there's a reason for it. Listen to it. And this is the week to start to make it happen. The new moon tends to be quiet energetically, and it's very meditative energy. We're in a Gemini. The moon may have already gone into the sign Cancer. If not, it's about to. And what was I going to say? Very, kind of very spiritual, almost like sort of going within, even though the wands is very action oriented. So even out of 4 cards that I pulled, 3 of them have been the suit of wands or rods, which is energy, fire, movement, and all that kind of stuff. And the idea, because the 8 of Swords, which is the final outcome, you can kind of get a feel for the energy of the card through the image. It's like a blindfolded lady. Is she blindfolded? Yes, she is. And she's bound to these swords. Swords are of the mind. Swords are air. So don't be trapped with your own thoughts and your own thinking and your own ideas. You're meant to expand beyond that. We've learned whatever we've learned. We've experienced. We've formulated judgments, viewpoints, and opinions based upon that. But we're not supposed to be bound by that. We're supposed to let that go and have new experiences, embrace new things. And it's very hard for people to let go because it goes against our innate survival instincts. So our subconscious mind is set up in a certain way that we gravitate towards the familiar and the predictable because that's how we survive. Um, it's kind of like these human instincts are taken out of its original context for survival, like in tribal settings, when there's a lot of threats out there, into social settings in this modern lifestyle. And it's not a healthy thing to apply then into the social setting. So basically, that's why people don't like change. That's why people tend to resist change and tend to get very anxious and even angry if faced with change. But we've got to let go. That seems to be the underlying message. We can't hold on to things anymore. The frequencies are getting way too strong for that. So understand that. I'm asking for world things, and they're showing me like the United Nations, but they're showing me the world upside down in my mind. And I think that there's likely to be some news about diplomatic efforts or trying to really resolve the conflicts. It's not just Russia, Ukraine. There's conflicts all over the globe. Media is here to direct our attention. You control the thinking of a society. You control that society. So media is to direct our attention to one thing, which is, could be Russia or Ukraine or whatever it is, ignoring the dozens of other wars that are going on the planet. There's a lot going on in Africa. There's a lot going on all over the world. So, there's also a lot with the inventions and the pros and cons of developing AI and making that just basically a a normal thing. And we did a whole live stream about that and two other top stories that are going on right now. It's a tool. It can be used or misused. It can be used as a tool for control. It can be used as a tool for liberation. So it's not the technology itself. It's the thinking and the mentality behind it that's going to make the difference with that. But the technology of itself is a beautiful thing. Being able to input information into a computer to such a degree that it's able to appear to us that it's thinking and reasoning is quite an advancement from our perspective. But it's still very primitive compared to where we're going to be able to go, in the future with it. So Janice is saying change is stressful and necessary. Yes. Good point. Good point. What about all the homeless people in our country? Why is our attention drawn to other countries when 50% of Americans live at or below the poverty level? I mean, that's outrageously inexcusable from where I am, in a so-called civilized world where we have resources, where we can feed the world 10 times over. We have the technology, the resources, the space, and the know-how to feed this entire planet. But half the people are hungry, and then supplies get cut off. And so there's a lot of this manipulation and control that's going on. Yeah. So what else are you guys saying? Harry, yes. Hi, Felicia. Exciting new times, yes. Very good. So writing is a very powerful manifestation tool. Because when we write, what are we doing? We're taking energy and we're creating something in tangible form, right? Like we have our ideas, we take a pen, they become word. What is law of attraction? Taking energy and creating tangible form. Do your writing exercises if you want to manifest. So thanks for posting that. So I found other tools that I want to use. And I always like to pull a card from my Native American tarot to see how that flavors the original 3 cards that I pulled. So here we go. Here we go. Getting right here, and this says Travaux, two of hatchets. I think that's the swords. Is that right? Or we've gotten this one before. It's about journeying. There's a lot of energy about travel and journeying, meditation journeying, shamanic journeying, going to different places. And what else? It's just, let's say, I feel like there's another event I'm not picking up on, like something that's changing around midweek, and I'm not sure what that is yet. But I will back up and just mention that June is a 13-month universally in in numerology, which reduces to 4. So that's Uranus ruled, and 13 is the death. That's the symbol in Chaldean numerology, and in tarot it's the death card. So it's about change and transformation. Now this new moon here on the East Coast and points east is happening on a universal 13 day. You go to Central Time and West, it's actually happening on the 12th day, on the 17th rather than the 18th. So 12 is the hangman, or suspension, and then 13 is the change. So long and short of it is, Uranus is the planet of surprises, sudden change, as well as evolution and revolution. And this has been a month of surprises, and that's what I was saying in my June forecast. And I'll have to look back to see what specific. I know I picked up on the Canadian fires, but in all honesty, they'd already started before. Although they started in the west part of Canada, they already had started in May. So I don't remember the exact specifics. One thing I was telling people is like, look, the astrologers are telling us that the aspects are easier this month, and that may be true, but. And they're telling people, I'm not seeing it that way. This is a month of surprises, shocks, shock value. And we've had that. We've had a lot of that. We've had, again, like massive fires in Quebec and Nova Scotia, and areas that don't get a lot of forest fires in moderately favorable conditions, I might add. Yes, it's been dry up there. Yes, it was hotter than average, but it's still, dense, moist forests that in many different places, fires erupted in one afternoon. There's time-lapse photography, although that might be not available for public view anymore either. And that happened all in one afternoon. And then what was it, a bridge that collapsed on I-95, like a major artery for the entire East Coast. There's a lot of attack on the East Coast, which has about a third of the population in the entire country is along that I-95 corridor. So anyway, you can derive whatever meaning that you want out of that. I'm not here to make judgments or assessment of things, but rather this is what's happening. Why is it happening? We can, as a community, figure that out, but it's happening. So anyway, so Travois, it's kind of like going to the mountain. There's a lot of symbolism here, but to me, it feels like a spiritual journey in a way. That's how I'm feeling this. And then these two hatchets is almost like a portal that still needs to go through, and the figure's sort of contemplating, and it's almost like, do I take the next step or do I not, basically? And the thing is, if you don't take the next step, you're not going to be happy. But if you do, you just can't go back. There's no going back when you go forward into a new vibrational level, a new spiritual level. So it's kind of like understanding that there's no going back, but if you stay, you're just going to be miserable. It's almost like there's no choice. So it's almost like he's looking around, assessing his strategies, how I'm going to do this. It's kind of like the portal's opening and it's time to step in. So I think it's saying, it's time for us to step into our next level now. We've been preparing. And by the way, 3 years on the Medium channel now. The 21st is our anniversary. This channel is now 3 years old. And we're going to do, tonight we're doing channeling with the master teachers. On Tuesday for the solstice, Heather Istara is going to do a healing transmission. And then I'm going to do another transmission for the solstice portal. And that's going to be on the 21st. That's going to be our birthday bash. So that's going to be at 7 o'clock Eastern time also. So let me move on, because I know I tend to get chatty and then time just keeps going by. Let me do Kyle Gray's Angel and Ancestors decks. I'm going to pull a card from this for a message for us also. So here we go. Fan these out properly. Cards want to cooperate. Okay. clearing my mind, asking spirit to step in. Where am I? They're just saying do the top card. I'm going to do the top card. That's easy enough. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. So that's a good message to add to that. With all this fire energy, with all this movement, all that, we must stay grounded. We must, as we're opening our higher chakras, stay grounded and rooted in our lower chakras. That's the root, the sacrum, and the solar plexus. That's the lower triangle. And then below that, there's the Earth Star chakra, which helps to ground spiritual energy into the crystalline Earth grid. And then beneath that, you're linking into the center of the Earth portal. There's the Gaia Gateway chakra also that helps to link us with the spiritual portal that exists within the center of the Earth. Just like there's a spiritual portal in the center of the universe and a spiritual portal in the center of the heart. One heart, many different expressions of that one heart. So when you want to go to spirit, you go to the heart, you go to the center, whether it's the Earth, the universe, or your own heart. So I think that's a reminder of that. And you may get your own messages just by the image here. And I do daily short videos also, and I say that a lot. Look at the image of the card that I pull. You may get a personal message that way. Well, there's a lot of green. Green is healing. This may be a depiction of Archangel Raphael because of the healing energy associated with that. They're saying stay grounded, stay rooted. Also looks like a Palladian starseed a little bit. If you look, the Palladians have more of a Nordic look from how they're depicted. So there's that kind of energy also. It looks like he's got like a dream catcher with him also. And the web is about life. We're part of a great web of life, a great web of consciousness. So the spiders are the life weavers to the Native Americans. So it's about weaving our lives, creating our lives. We're doing that every moment that we're breathing. Every thought, every emotion, every action is energy, it's frequency. And the universe cannot help but to respond to that energy in kind. That's the way the universe is set up. The physical universe is cause and effect. We want to ascend. Oh, a nice bird just flew by the window. Ascend to the fifth dimension and above, or where you're not in that cause and effect physical universe anymore. And then from that higher level, you can what's the right word? Project frequencies from the higher level into your physical 3D lives, and that's how you create your reality. That's how we really work with the law of attraction around here. It's not trying to change matter with matter so much. It's going to the quantum field, or going to the source of all reality and vibrating certain frequency there in order to create changes in our physical reality. And it does change. The subatomic particles respond instantly to your thoughts, emotions, and energies. And if you're consistent with that, what happens when subatomic particles change? The atoms start to change, the molecules start to change, and then reality starts to change also. Consciousness starts to change as well. So MT saying that card feels like what is below the surface that will erupt, the truth. And that's what's happening. That's part of what the main card we're saying also, is that what's beneath the surface is erupting. Also, based on what you're saying, that could be an indicator more like volcanic, more earthquakes. All that is happening. The earth is shifting also. The magnetic field, the poles are shifting now, and magnetic north is changing. This changes the geology. This puts stress in the geology. Any fault zone, any weak zones can blow, basically. So look out for that as well. And thank you, Doreen, for this. Well, also has to do with our mission here and raising the evolution of the planet while helping to ground your dreams into reality. Excellent. Thank you, Doreen. Love that. So, let's do our sacred geometry cards. This is the frequency they want us to work with this week, as expressed through sacred geometry. All right. Let me clear my mind a second. go. Synergy. So this is what it looks like. So you're meditating on the image and on the sacred geometry. Then you start to absorb and connect and blend with the frequency that sacred geometry. Once you blend with an energy, it becomes active in your life, or interactive in your life, as the case may be. So what it says is that the frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. So this is very thematic along the lines of what we've been talking about, in tarot time this morning. And that's what's happening. Again, our survival instinct, which served us well for almost 200,000 years, of having a fear of the unknown, because the unknown in a tribal setting or whatever could be a marauder, or could be like a hurricane, or wild animals or whatever. So once you recognize that, you can transcend it. That's the point. Once you recognize the fear of change, it's just part of a human survival instinct. If you can get present enough and vibrate with the heart frequency, you can transcend that. And then you tap into higher consciousness or spiritual consciousness, where you know that you're safe, and you know that God or spirit or the divine will protect you no matter what happens. And that's the key right there. So I'll hold this up a second so you guys can absorb the frequency for a second. There you go. So let's move on to, I have a couple more. We have our Steve Farmer totem animal card, or actually I have the box here. Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guide by Steve Farmer. So that's the deck I'm using. Have stuff all around me. Glad you can't see my floor, but everything's gonna get clean today. Today's big cleanup day. I do that on Sundays. All right. You guys got in my head a little bit, because I'm seeing an owl. I'll see what I pull from the cards. We've gotten this camel before, haven't we? Camels are very resourceful, right? It says, trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. So, what do the camels do? They have humps of water on their back, either one hump camel or two hump camels. So they can carry their water. They don't need to drink for a long time. Know that you have the spiritual resources to handle these changes, whether it's changes in frequencies, changes in the society, changes in government, changes in the money systems. All that's on the table. All that's changing. And again, we have a society that's built on a house of cards, basically, that's unsustainable. It only supports a minute few, while it's unsustainable for the vast majority of people. So a big gust of wind is coming to blow that house of cards down, and then we get to rebuild on a much stronger, firmer foundation, understanding that we're community, that we're much stronger together than we are separate. So if we're together, it's kind of like if you're building a structure, are you just going to lay a bunch of bricks down, like kind of, build a house, lay a bunch of bricks down, piling them one on top of the other, or are you going to cement them together? And that's the key, that you need that connection to be stronger in order to build a much firmer structure. So that's what the awakening is about, understanding we're individuals, yes, but we're part of a network of consciousness that all humans are part of. And once we understand that the network is more important than the individual, then our individual selves starts to work towards feeding and building the collective. And then everybody's happy, everybody's fed. 80 to 95% of the world problems start to go away, just by saying that and doing that. Yeah, so those of you that love these cards, it's Steve Farmer's messages from your spirit guide animals, messages from your animal spirit guides. Okay, and I have the angel therapy card. I've been using this deck a lot. Need to get a couple new angel decks too. Something that's not Doreen Virtue. I mean, I love her. You know, even with her spiritual changes, I still love the gifts she gave us. Um, all right, clearing my mind again. They say go to the bottom. All right, last one, go to the top. Right, this one's saying go to the bottom. Heal away addictions. We're addicted to the elements of society, right? You know, we're addicted to drama. You know, again, addiction is kind of a way of staying sort of locked into a predictable pattern in your life. I've had, I've gone through the drug addiction thing also. It becomes very predictable. It's like tomorrow, I know how I'm going to feel because I'm going to take a drug. So I don't have to worry about it, how I'm going to feel tomorrow. I know that already. That's my old self. Now I embrace the unknown. But anyway, what it says is it's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. So we've gotten, again, this is green. This is very Raphael energy. So a lot of the theme is about healing. Also, a lot of the theme this week is about our healing, as well as our personal growth and our spiritual growth. So again, addictions, can be food, it can be, our mental patterns, it goes in a lot of different directions. So I think you guys understand that. I think you guys get the message. Have a really beautiful week. And then tonight at 7, we're going to do our frequency channeling with the master teachers. If you guys haven't experienced that before, I almost invariably get a lot of messages or emails about how people feel the frequencies, how their crown chakras open. Not actually, I probably shouldn't say too much about it because I don't want anybody to have expectations. You want to go into these things with no expectation and just be open of heart and open of mind. But the thing is that the spirits can work through me, and there's many other channels they can work through also to help affect your frequencies and help you to connect more with higher frequencies. So that's what they do. That's a big portal that's open now. And about 3 or 4 days ago, it's just like it really hit me, and I've just been like everything's been different. And I don't sleep a lot anyway, but it's been kind of ridiculous how little I've been sleeping, and all kinds of things. And I've just been feeling new sensations, new energies, new frequencies, all that kind of stuff. And it's a big spiritual portal that's opening in this new moon and the solstice period. So we're going to help you. They're going to work through me to help you to anchor those frequencies so they're more readily available to you in your life, as well as to help you to expand into these frequencies to be able to be a channel or a healer, or a teacher, whatever it is that you do or what you're going to do. So that's happening Tuesday. It's mediumship night. Yeah, Tuesday's mediumship night. Wednesday's the 21st. Tuesday's the 20th still. So we're going to do messages. So come back 7 p.m. Eastern time Tuesday, and you might get a message from your spirit loved one. So for now, I just give messages, and you guys, you will get the messages. Then Wednesdays, when we're doing this solstice channeling, where Heather's going to do a healing transmission, and I haven't talked to her, but I feel like she's going to do some upgrades also. And then I'm going to do my thing with the master teachers, the frequency channeling for that, to help you to safely step into the portal, help you to raise your vibration and frequency, and to reach your next quantum level. So that's what we're about here, about spiritual awakening. And I thank you for being part of this. I love you, and see you guys at 7.